What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and it's plate moving day. So a lot of you have mentioned that there's some interest in seeing like these plate moves as video because as much as we all used to plan our roster, and Rusty and I talked for years on the podcast about you need to have a roster plan, you need to be kind of planning things out and going. You can kind of see my roster plan right now is pretty empty. It's these guys right here. I'm going to work on Honky Tonk. I'm going to work on Bull. Honestly, if I get a new character, it's usually the way they design the game now for this. The weekends are like, hey, if you have them at 6-star gold, you get bonus stuff. So I'm pretty much taking all of the new characters that I get to 6-star gold as I get them. So yes, I will do a talent up video and I'll have that tomorrow-ish, or at least I'll record it tomorrow. But what I'm more planning now is my plate moving day moves, because you get 10, right? If you're a part of the strap pass, which I am, you get 10 moves per month. If you are not, you get, one. So getting a new strap, getting a new plate is almost problematic for this. So you got to plan them well. So I've got a few things I've been just starting to keep track of. Like, for example, Werewolf Ozzy has that's the circle you can see is a 100% strap. I have a better strap I could put on him, but I would need to move those 2 plates. That's 2 out of 10, right? This, I don't use HBK, and I didn't even really pay attention to the fact that the Timeless Style plate will work on Slay Omi like amazingly well, because whenever you make whenever you activate a purple move, you increase your blue gem damage by 250%. She activates a purple move. Hooray, right? I have the American Nightmare plate on a couple different people, and I'm trying to figure out, well, I need to move one over to Drew McIntyre because I got the new Chosen Drew. I've got CM Punk, and he has a 130% strap, but I have a 150. So do I waste 2 whole slots moving up 20% damage? But at the same time, CM Punk just got 2 moments this month. One that I didn't have that was released before, and another that was the new moment. And between the 2 of them, he gets 250 extra percentage damage. So now I move him to another 20%, and I just moved on tier 6 medals, which I didn't have on him before. So there's that. And then I've got this one highlighted because if I move this off of this random strap onto Rhea, then I can move the Rainbow Reinforce and technically put it on Penta. I'm not running that move set with him though, so that's kind of a maybe. And then these are must moves, at least these 2 right here. Becky, I'm going to take that plate off of her and put the crossbreak plate on, since I'm now using her crossbreak build a lot more. And then this guy right here, definitely Jacob Fatu is amazing, but he's my best technician that I got last month. And so I'm going to steal Shredder's plate, but then that means I need to move his plates over onto there. Also, Coco Beware is 100% strap. I've got 150% strap. And then Brock Lesnar, maybe. We'll see. So that's just the ones I'm thinking about. So I'm definitely moving this to Slayomi. I'm definitely moving this one, and I'm definitely moving that one. So those are my 3 I'm going to start with. John Cena, Becky Lynch, and HBK to Slayomi. So those ones we can go in and do right now, because that is just not even a question mark. Let's do it. So I've got a 150 on Slayomi. I love that. See, now I wish she did 2 purple. They did this on purpose, right? You have to use the blue move, which loads the red move because you're choosing 6 into red, and then the 6 into red loads your purple move, which is good. If there was a possibility of doing another purple move like the trap right here and somehow getting to this finisher, but you need this move, right? You got to have this one. So you could do 6, and theoretically I could do a 5 and a 3. That would give me another 6, but then I would need purple. It's possible. I might actually look at that. I might actually consider that, because then I would have the trap gems. They would get replaced by the this one, I'm sorry, by the multi-gems, or they would replace the multi-gems, which I wouldn't want to do. Huh, interesting. The multis would be smaller, though, so I don't know if it would be worth doing that. So either way, all of this to say, one way or another, all I got to do is put the Timeless Style Plate on her. Okay, let's just start there. T for Timeless, off of HBK, who I don't use, onto her, who I am using, and that's another 250% damage at least. At least, right? Big time. So 90 out of 100 right there. Now, if I go into John Cena, the hip hop hustler. Man, I wish they would add Santino Marella to this game. Anyway, so I've got a 100% strap on him, which is good. This triggers twice, so you actually get 1,000% more damage. And then this gives you another 100%. So you get 1,100% plus that and these. Why not add another 50? So I'm going to have to spend a lot on this one because I have to take one off and put one on, but that 150 strap from Shredder is absolutely the way to go. Shredder can have a 100. I don't mind that. But now I got to go in here. I got to put the Nightmare plate, which is going to be on Shredder at this point. Shredder. The Nightmare, right? It's under the. There's the Hulkamania. I hate the word the being used in these. Where the heck is the Nightmare plate? There it is. Nightmare. Yeah, it's under Nightmare. Okay, so it's not under the, it's under Nightmare. And I need the one that is on Shredder. Oh, it's not on him yet, so it's just this one. Okay, there we go. So actually, that was 70 out of. And then this one, it's going to cost 10 to remove it, plus 10 to move it. Remove it and move it. Yeah, the Ultimate Rainbow Flurries. Yes, please. Boop, boop. There we go. So, 2 people, I'm already down to half of my moves. Plus, I need to go in here, and I need the hidden use, right? So it's this one. I need the ones that were on the plate that, or the belt that's going to go to Shredder. So that one's just going to be emptied now at this point, which is fine. I know, I mean, I've said it. We all know it. Shredder's one of the best free-to-play or free-to-acquire, play-to-acquire characters that they've ever put in the game. I don't use him. Ilya has been my go-to tech. Julius kind of secondary. Miz and Shredder really took a back seat once those two came out. And now, Hip Hop Hustler and Jacob Fatu, which means, okay, that one doesn't have yellow gem damage. Okay, but I don't have any others. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So those are my go-to techs by far then at that point, especially him. I could run his move damage build, but this gem damage build was already, before I even took him hype level 1, doing 400 million per turn in a regular setting, and now I've just added 50 more percent to that, and I hyped him up to level 1. Like, yes, please. All right. So then Becky. Becky is my favorite wrestler, female of all time. And we are going to move the yellow cross break plate onto her. It's under yellow. It's under the Y right here. There we go. So instead of making 100% more, now I'm getting 300%. So it's a 200% swing in my favor. I do have a 150% belt on Becky, and I've got tier 6s across the board. This could be yellow if I had one, but I don't have one for that I'm willing to spare at least. All right, so we did John Cena, we did Becky, and we did Slay Omi. So that one can go. Let's see. That one can go, and that one can go. All right, so this one I definitely want to check out Drew, because I did. Let's just go here. There we go. I did end up getting him. You saw it was like the most amazing pull on the costume contest loot or whatever. So I got him and his gear from that. So that's yellow gems do 200% more damage, which means the move set is the corner short arm clothesline, gain 10 MP, and then that's going to give these two ready. So now you've got 6 random gems and a multiply. If they're striker, you do better. And then white noise, deal damage, increase your yellow gem damage by 100% for 1 turn. So we want the nightmare plate on him, right? Because we're making everything yellow. We're making everything, sorry. Then a 7x7 random area into yellow gems, which is the entire board. So you're going to break the entire board, and it's going to be yellow gems. So we either use the LA Bite, yellow gems, activate a yellow move, and go up by 50%, which means I only get 50% there. Ministry Business, which I don't have on it. A yellow Royal Rumble, which you'll notice I also don't have, and would have several places that I would want to put that if I could. So the best thing to move over is a Nightmare Plate, which we now have established is under the letter N. N is for Nightmare, and it's right here. All right, so now I have a conundrum because all of these are good places for the Nightmare Plate. I probably use William Regal the absolute least out of these, but Macho also doesn't get much love. Regal's amazing, by the way, and so that was a very jerkish thing to say, but it's true. I really don't use Regal much anymore, if at all. I've just got so many others that are easier, quicker, and etc. to use. Macho, I still have the dream of getting his gear and building. So for now, plus William Regal can do enough damage that it's not like I'm hurting him by taking this away. Yeah, it's not like I'm hurting him to do that. So now I've got that one. All right, so that was my Drew move. Now if I look at CM Punk, that would be 1 and 2 if I move this over, which would only leave me with 1. So I probably can't do the rest of these. This is a low priority just because you can't get hype for him. Maybe someday, but right now you can't. Let me look and just make sure there's not anybody else crazy that I'm like, if I don't do this, I'm going to be kicking myself. Let's just go through my straps here real quick. So I've got Slayomi. She's good. Okay, moving on. I've got Drew McIntyre. We just touched him. Io is good. That's everything I need for her, and I can share that strap with Zombie Dragon. Gunther has that. That's good. It is a 100%, whereas I do know I got a 150. Oh, the 150 went straight to Penta. Never mind. I do have a 130, but, again, that's the CM Punk argument right there. But, yeah, Zombie Penta immediately got my one. Where is Zombie Penta? There he is. He immediately got my 150 strap. So there we go. So, yeah, not worried about Gunther. He's fine. He's fine. Memrock, I can't get the last piece of things that I need for him, which is that yellow Royal Rumble. Rhea is one, if I can move this, which I think I'm going to do anyway, because then she's going to green and it just frees up the rainbow when specifically I don't use the green anywhere else. This is 49 random reinforce and then 49 into green. So Rhea is the right move here. And then I'll just have to make sure that I'm sure before I start moving anything on Punk. This is on a random strap. So this is going to take me 2. So Punk's going to stay. That's all it is. Punk's going to stay, which is fine. He is not hurting right now. He is not hurting. So next month I can consider Punk and kind of go from there. But yeah, I'm glad I did this. Now, Rhea's got the green. It's 200% on that one, and the rainbow reinforce is also 200%. So literally did nothing to harm Rhea. She's specifically using green, so that sets that in place. Now for Penta, if I wanted to use the reinforce build, I could. Let's see, John Cena, I'm not worried about right now. He's set for what I'm doing with him at least. LA Knight, is fine. That's what he needs. CM Punk we've talked about, and I'm not, let's see, yeah, I don't, these are very unique plates. I don't have a second one of these to gamble on that for that, either of those, that is. Sammy's good, that's what I run him with. A lot of you guys just like watching to see what I have on these, which, you know, this shows you. LA Bite, Hard Times with Asuka, she's amazing. She's my first tier, or second tier 3 female hype. Undertaker, I moved the plate onto him, so he is good. This setup is incredible. This would be better if I could put a yellow here, but again, I'm very short supply of those. So Undertaker's amazing. Muda only needs this one, but that one helps too. Muda's not going to go anywhere. I do only have tier 5s on Muda. I did not realize that. I need so many more. Lyra is set. That's how I'm running her. That's good. Nikki Cross is set. She's good. Yeah, a lot of tier 5s. I need tier 6 medals, like, for everybody, basically. Ray, I'm not moving up any farther, but he's right there. He's very, very good. I think this is about it. Seth, same thing. He's got... Oh yeah, I didn't move over his plate onto him yet, but he's also got the cross break plate. So actually, now that I've done this... Where's the Shades of Reigns? That's not it. That's the Devon specs. Oh, Shades of Reigns was... No, wasn't it? Isn't it? They're under S. Let's just start there. All right, whenever you make 7 or more cross break gems, increase all your gem and move damage by 100%. And he does a 3x3, so that's more than 7. And then bonus damage for every crossbreak gem. So this will make him better. I have not been running him much because his damage is great now, but is going to be limited in the future. But this will actually help him. So there we go. Now if I get Axe and decide to run a crossbreak gem build with him, I'm going to be pissed for next month. But I do have, actually technically I do have one more. So if Merrick showed this, if you hit remove, it doesn't actually remove it till you click the second one, but it shows you where your currency is. So I'm going to save that 10 just on the off chance that I do get Axe, because I'm really close to shard recruiting him, and then he would be my last 10. But that's it, Lynn. That's all I can do for plate moving. That is the extent of it, and I basically didn't even make it past the top end of my roster to do that. So there's so many things. I wish there was a better way. I wish you could sell plates or sell straps with plates on them and just eat the cost or whatever. Like maybe you got a plate mover currency or 2 for every plate you shred. I know in the past I was an advocate for not shredding plates. Now I wish I could, but anyway, it is what it is. So, yeah, that's it for this one. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and let me know in the comments how big of a struggle is plate moving for you. It's a massive pain for me, but even with the strap up, pass, it's a mess. So, again, let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and I will see you on the next one, friends. Bye.